Hi, I'm Chris and I make videos about retro computers, and I'm also involved in a retro computer and gaming related podcast called This Week in Retro, which I co-host with Neil and Dave, who are both over in the UK. What I'm going to do today is just show the equipment that I use to do that podcast. So I don't usually do reviews of modern equipment, so if you're expecting that week after week, please don't bother subscribing to my channel. This is sort of a one-off behind the scenes, if you like, just to show the equipment that I'm using, but also because I want to do a comparison just to satisfy my own curiosity. First and foremost, what I do use is a very cheap so a $15 Selfie Light, which I'm about to turn off because obviously it's facing the wrong way right now. But for when I'm recording the podcast, the footage is coming from the webcam, not from the phone that I'm videoing on now. So let me just turn that off, because I'm sure that was doing your head in as equally as it was doing mine in. But yeah, that was a Kmart. I can't remember which brand that one is because I bought that ages ago. But £7, about $15 essentially Australian, about £7 UK. But the bits that I bought specifically for This Week in Retro are, first and foremost, the webcam. So that is a Logitech C922 Pro HD stream webcam. So it's not 4K, it is just 1080p, 30 frames a second, or it can do 720p, 60 frames a second is what that's capable of putting out. I'm actually not sure what. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like 1080p that it's recording on OBS right now, but anyway. Because today isn't really about the webcam, but I'm just showing you that. Okay, so that's the webcam. And the price on that, if you're using my eyes, it's $19,900. But actually, if I was wearing my glasses, I'd say, see, there is a decimal point there. So this is a $199 webcam. I think I did get a deal on that and the microphone that I use. So the microphone that I use is the Blue Yeti Blackout. And the setting I have it in for podcasting, just so that you know, because you've got several different settings on the Yeti, is this one, which is cardioid. Keeps your heart going. But cardioid basically means that it's just detecting from the front of the microphone this way, and you've got several different options. There's 101 videos out there on the Yeti. So, you know, look those up for yourself, but that's the microphone I use, is the Yeti. Now the Yeti, when you get it, just comes on a stand, a nice weighty base, which is this, and that's what the Yeti comes in, and you'll notice that that's not what I'm using now. Okay, because what I bought for the sum of $40, because I wanted to get a pop filter. Now you can pay, which is what this is, and this, you have to have a pop filter, you really do. You can pay easily $40 just on a quality pop filter, you really can. This entire set, which was from Kmart, which is the Anco gaming microphone set, you can see why I bought this. This was $40 Australian, so about 20 quid. Comes with the boom stand, which clips to your desk. Comes with the pop filter. Comes with a sock. And it comes with a microphone. $40. The Yeti, just the microphone, and this is a top quality microphone, that was $198. Like I say, I'm pretty sure I got a discount because I bought the camera and the microphone together, and I think one of them was on special, I can't remember what. The purposes of today this is just to satisfy my curiosity, is A, to show you how I've got this set up. So you can see, sorry, this is the microphone. This is the microphone that came free. I call it a free microphone because essentially you could easily pay upwards of $50 or more for a setup like this without the microphone. So I call this a free microphone. That's the microphone that came with that, and it comes with the the clip thing to, what do they call that, a shock filter or whatever. So that's what comes with the stand. But you can see what I've actually done is I've ignored the free microphone And I've actually mounted the Yeti in it, and it was a bit of a gamble buying this. So I've taken the sock that's designed for this and I've stretched it over the Yeti, and that is a very stretched fit. But I've mounted the Yeti quite successfully to this boom, and even though the Yeti is a heavy microphone, this boom is doing the job perfectly well. And I've also used the same pop filter that came with that set, and that's what I put in front of there. You don't need a pop filter, but you do need a pop filter. If you don't have one, you talk past the microphone to get the same effect, but then you're obviously losing some volume. So that's the setup. But to satisfy my curiosity, I want to see what does an essentially free microphone sound like in comparison to the Yeti. So I'm going to do 2 recordings right now. You'll see me via the webcam. I'm going to do, I've yet to use this. I've never used it. So I've got to set it up in Windows. Then I'll do 2 quick recordings, and that's what you'll see. Okay, and before we do that, I just wanted to do this bit of recording to show what the Logitech webcam that I'm using is capable of, because for some reason in OBS I haven't managed to work out, because I don't use OBS to do the actual This Week in Retro podcast. We use something else, and I can't get OBS to see it at 1080. So I'm using the standard Microsoft camera app now to give you this footage, and I've turned the Selfie Light on so you can see the effect of that. So that is Selfie Light off. The camera will adjust, but Selfie Light on, and that's sort of the warm color I've got. That's the blue, that's the white, and they're sort of at a, you know, you can adjust the brightness. But there we go, some 1080p footage. Ignore the footage that you're about to see from OBS. That's more about the quality of the microphones. Anco microphone, the one that came with a $20 Australian. Sorry, $40 Australian boom, pop filter and sock. That's the microphone you're hearing right now. Okay, and this is the Blue Yeti $200 Australian microphone using the same pop filter, same boom, and the same sock. I've stretched it over from the Anco set, and this is the comparison. Volumes are set exactly the same in OBS. I'll put a note on the screen if I ever had to increase them in Premiere, but I will increase them by equal amounts. Okay, this is the 3rd wrap up I've done because I keep changing my mind, but part of my production is obviously the This Week in Retro is goes through post-production from our producer Duncan, who does a lot of work on the visuals and audio as well. For me, when I'm recording stuff, I generally find when I'm editing in Premiere, I will have to increase the gain. So I have put in a comparison of what you'll be hearing at the end of this video has had plus 10 dB added to the audio to get a nice even thing. And when you're listening to these recordings playing back, you can't. It's hard to tell the difference until you add that, which is what the end result you will have been listening to, adding that 10 dB to both. So I'm adding the same gain to both microphones. I think you can really hear. So this is the Yeti that I'm talking to you on now. It's a much richer sound. But look, I think in all fairness, the Yeti is a $200 microphone. Okay, it's got a lot of features that you may not need if you're just starting out in podcasting or setting up your own YouTube channel. That's entirely up to you, you know. When you think for $40 Australian, you can get yourself a microphone, the boom, the pop filter, and the sock for $40 Australian, including the microphone. Keeping in mind, I had to really listen to then go, okay, yeah, actually the Yeti is a lot warmer. And it is a lot warmer in the sound. But if you're just messing about, having a bit of a hobby and just getting yourself started, nothing wrong with this set at all. No affiliation at all. But if you're in Australia, $40 Kmart, mate, yeah, I would.